everyone, this is me, Jyotika Bedi, founder of Happiness is Love. We make relationships better. And today I have with me Kitty Kalra, who's a sister, a friend. We have a cosmic connection. I absolutely love who she is, what she stands for. She's a beautiful person and she's going to share with us some amazing things about her marriage. Kitty, thank you for doing this for me. I appreciate it hugely.
No, thank you, Jyotika. I mean, obviously I'm doing something right in my marriage that you want to discuss the marriage and something that you see that is working well. And thank you for thinking of me, and I would love to share my inputs and take this forward with you.
Thank you so much. Love you. And of course, Kitty is a celebrity fitness coach and many other things she does. Would you like to quickly introduce yourself, please? Because yeah, I love that.
Okay, so yes, I don't know about the celebrity bit, but I am a Pilates and a fitness instructor and expert, internationally certified. And I started my journey at the age of 40, when most think of quitting and resting and relaxing for life and finding different options. It's been a beautiful journey, and I have a little past where I was told I will never be able to walk again. And that's where it hit me of getting more into fitness, being more aware and challenging the medical team that did they just say that I will not be able to walk again? That okay, so here I am.
Wow.
And it's been beautiful. I teach Pilates majorly, but off and on I teach a lot of Zumba and Aqua Zumba and other fun forms where you just challenge your body and do different activities and fitness routines to get better results for the mind, body and soul.
Yes, and you're a roaring example of mind-body balance. I love the fun element in you and the humor, and everybody will see that soon. Can I start rolling the questions at you?
Yes, please. Let's go ahead.
Okay, beautiful. So Kitty, tell me honestly, because I know that's what you stand for, complete honesty. What do you do when you are angry with your partner?
Well, it's been a learning in process. I won't lie. Today I'm almost 50 and I didn't handle the marriage and the anger so well 5 years ago or 10 years ago. But because we are work in progress and I want to make my relationship better with myself more than the partner, so I have started working on my anger management in a more responsive way and not a reactive way. So honestly, I've started communicating to my partner that I didn't like how you put this across and I didn't like how you disrespected me or how you handled this disagreement, because I personally believe disagreements is okay, disrespect is not. So I simply put across my point and I just say a one-liner that I think you're raising your voice, let's talk in a little more calmer way, and I understand how you're coming from and where you're coming from, but this is where I am coming from, so let's talk, let's not scream and fight.
Excellent, what a positive approach. So does your way lead to more positive conflict resolution?
Yes, it does, because my husband definitely calms down the moment I say that you're screaming, you're not talking nicely or whatever, so he will like, okay, am I? So there becomes
self-aware.
Reflection,
Yes.
There is self-awareness,
Yes.
and one does tend to slightly, bring the whole temperature down.
Right.
I think it does kind of.
It does?
Yeah.
Amazing. How often do you guys fight in a week?
Did you say week or a day? Well, it's hilarious, but yeah, I have also in all these years understood the line when they say pick your battles.
Beautiful.
And address the elephant in the room and not the ant. So now I don't see the ant crawling every time, which is always crawling up my mind and my whole emotions.
Excellent.
So I think it's probably not even once a week. It's probably once a week or 10 days. And yes, I now choose to only address important things that I feel really hurt with or I need to address so that the next time this doesn't happen. And like I said, respect and boundaries is my major forte now to address and work upon. So probably, yeah, maybe once a week or once in 10 days.
Wonderful. And they say fighting is a good thing because you know that you're all work and learn.
Well, I won't really agree with that. I don't think fighting is a good thing, even when you're in a marriage after 25, 30 years. And yes, that's where it becomes more. I mean, I've seen people around, I've seen relationships start tumbling after 18, 20 years of marriage, which is very sad because the same person, we saw stars in the eyes. we're ready with the dagger, now.
Right.
So it's not the most happiest space to be. But then I also guess
how you fight matters.
Yeah, it's also how you fight, how you address, and what things are bothering you.
Right.
Because we all become our own people. We all have our own set habits and patterns.
Correct.
And I think the whole percentage of patience and adjustment starts going down, which I don't know why as humans in every relationship. And that's not just with the husband or in a marriage. That's in every relationship. If you see it with your child, if you see it with your own mother.
Correct.
And they become like little children when they grow. So it's a relationship issue with every person around. But you do adjust,
Right.
So I just feel that, you just got to keep working on it. And it's okay to fight.
Yes, that's what I mean. That's the message you want to drive home. How you fight is important, and also fighting is a healthy, necessary part of our relationship, because that's what makes us grow and learn about ourselves.
We're still human. We're still not perfect or gods or saintly.
Correct.
That we won't get affected with anything the other person or your partner does or say.
Absolutely.
We will still be affected with outside situations and experiences.
Right. How we deal with it matters.
Yes. So I guess let's just take it in our stride.
Yes. So yeah, Kitty.
Yes.
Have you spoken to your spouse about how it makes him feel when you guys fight?
Yes, because I think none of us are in a happy space when we fight, and nobody really likes it. It's not just about me being in the righteousness and thinking that I am right and he's wrong. And I think he feels the same way. So one, I have removed the word wrong from my dictionary, because I honestly feel there is nobody wrong. We all do things, say things, thinking we are right, and we put it across that way. Now, if it comes across as wrong to your partner, then you need to understand the person and the whole situation and the fight.
Right.
And that's where I feel I do tell him, and I share with him, and he also shares with me. So we both started coming to a point and a space where we say that I didn't like how you said this, or I didn't like how you did this. And it leaves me back again from where we started or where we are trying to progress. It takes me back again 5 steps. So we both discuss the fight also, and we try and understand, reflect and introspect how we can maybe ignore again certain things, or maybe it was not okay for me to bring this up, maybe it did hurt him. For me it's natural. A lot of things are a joke for me because I have humor. And Navneet, he doesn't have too much humor. He's more serious, he's more organized, he's more disciplined and calm. I am the more fun and a little bit of jokey, and I can bring in a little fun. But I understand now that everything is not about humor. So let's not bring it here.
Excellent.
So yes, we do discuss it so we can portray ourselves in a better position the next time.
Right. And you mentioned few things that you were not doing earlier and you started to do now. Which are those which have really helped you in your relationship?
So like I said, I do not do nitpicking. I am aware of what I talk, how I talk is very, very important now. And I also stopped going back to the past. We all hold a lot of experiences that we did not like, and we keep bringing them back. And I have realized that it just doesn't let you move further, and it just halts the relationship. It brings the ugliness back. It brings everything back because you just feel that there is still so much venom in the person, and he's still stuck there, or I'm still stuck there. Oh my God, like really discussing that now? That was 20 years ago, or that was 10 years ago. So I have stopped really. Maybe sometimes I do fail, but I do try that I'm not going to bring back those incidences. So I guess those are situations I'm trying to improve, I'm trying to work on, and my tone and using the word I instead of you. That's what I've been taught, and Jyotika has been very instrumental in teaching me a lot of things about couple counseling and discussing and talking about. So thank you for that. So I've learned that we do not say you did that, you did that. I'm like, I did not like this. So yes, so I'm trying to use the tools.
Excellent. And you're helping so many others because you're an inspiration to so many. So just watching you, I'm sure they're also learning in turn. So thank you for the helping chain.
Thank you. I think we all have inspirations, and we all need to learn every day and unlearn.
Correct.
And only when we are willing.
Yes.
And I'm really willing to make a better person of me each day. And I'm not saying that I was not better yesterday.
Right.
I don't use the word that I want to be better than yesterday.
Right.
Because I was at my best yesterday also.
Yes.
So I'm just trying to be more happier, in a more peaceful and a more harmonious space for myself today. And I'm working towards that. And marriage is the biggest learner.
Right.
And the biggest tool that we can work on ourselves to start learning to let go and embrace a better way of living.
So true. And have you also found yourself to be more expressive and share more than before? Do you see that shift within you?
Yes, I do. Earlier, I know when I didn't feel like sharing things, I would just bottle up and keep it inside and not talk. And I would just think there's no point of talking, there's no point of discussing this, it just never works. And now I'm like, no, at least let me voice it out, let me talk it out and say it peacefully and more respectfully. And then if the other person doesn't understand, then it's his journey, it's his problem, it's not my problem. At least I've taken it out, I vented it out, so I'm not going to be bottling it up and bringing dis-ease to myself.
Wow.
Because I believe illnesses is all when you're not at ease with yourself, and that is called disease.
Right.
So I keep telling myself that, okay, are you manifesting illness in your body? Are you attracting tumor, cancer, stress, back pain, and aches and pains in aches and joints because you're stuck, because you're angry? Just take it out nicely, and you said it, you're in a happier space. It was important for you, you respected your thoughts and your views and your child inside you, so you've done your bit.
God bless you for sharing it so beautifully. Do you think your partner feels valued by you? And if so, how do you think, what do you do to make him feel valued?
Well, I think he'll be the best to answer that.
Right.
But from where I know and how the relationship has moved, I'm sure we both feel valued because we've come so far.
Right.
It's been a marriage of 28 years, and knowing Navneet even before that for 7 years, so it's 35 years plus. Oh my God, I actually survived it. We actually survived it. So yes, I guess we do feel valued. We do feel loved. We really know that we are both trying every day to work through our challenges, traumas, and working on healing not just ourselves but also each other and the relationship and then the family. Because we both know when we both value each other is what we are putting across for the boys to see.
Correct.
And I am very particular about my would-be daughter-in-laws. I know if I show love and value to my partner, that's exactly what my boys are going to show it to their partner. Because I feel when you bring a girl home, she only comes for love, respect and trust. That's all she needs. You know, the other things are all secondary. They can go up and down in life. So don't put any value and don't put any emphasis on those. But love and respect is all we need. So I really try and feel that I value Navneet and he also values me. And I think he does see that I value him because things have changed. You don't keep fighting, you don't keep pinpointing, like I said, not nitpicking every time. So I do think he knows that I do value him.
Wonderful. And how does he make you feel valued? What does he do?
So I would actually say, and I mean that Navneet has been the wind beneath my wings. Today, if you see me in this beautiful studio, it's because of him, because he pushed me at the age of 40 that live your life. You know, you only have one life, and my kids did make fun of me that you want to become a Zumba instructor at 40. But Navneet was like, she's got one life, why not? So, yes, I think he has been instrumental in everything that I am today, and I'm very grateful to him. He hears me out, he gives me suggestions, and he's like a go-getter. Like I just said, he's very organized and he knows his mind. He's a futuristic guy, he's a more visionary. I'm a more calm, bindas, just going with the flow kind of a girl. So if I need advice, if I tell him that I want to buy one reformer, he's like, you're rocking, buy 3 at the same time. You know, order 1, then you order another one after 6 months. Just buy 4 or 3 at a time and do this to make yourself better, do this, because he's in that line, he's the business mind. So I really value what he gives me because he's very intelligent. You know? So I think it's been great, and he's a big support to me.
He'll be thrilled to see this video. I can almost visualize him smiling when he hears all these wonderful things.
We all just need that love and appreciation.
Absolutely. Yes. Okay, Kitty. So, what in your experience is the biggest myth about marriage? Because our youth is so misguided. So, I really think that your words of wisdom will help.
Yes. I want to tell everybody, and I think the biggest myth is that marriage is a bed of roses. It's not a bed of roses, it's a bed of thorns. Really, if you get the roses, it's only on Valentine's Day and the roses. That's only when the roses come up. So, I think the biggest myth of marriage is that there is love all the time, and there is perfection. So, I think there is I wouldn't say no love. I think the definition of love changes in what love meant to you when you were 20 and what love means to you when you're 40.
Right.
Plus, I just feel that you just embrace the imperfections, and that's what marriage is actually about. It's not about the perfections. Like I said earlier, that the same things that you loved about the person start irritating you when you cross a certain age in marriage and a certain time period. But yeah, the biggest myth is that there is all hunky-dory in a marriage. It's all love and it's all a perfect marriage. There is no perfect marriage, believe me.
Fantastic. We're all work and learn.
Yes.
And every day is a learning opportunity.
Every day is a learning opportunity, and every day is a chance to make yourself better as a companion.
Right.
That's it. Yeah.
Well said. And what in your experience is the biggest reality? I mean, you've kind of said it out there, but what is your biggest reality in your marriage?
You will fight every day.
Yes.
I think the biggest reality is that you are not complete without each other. That's the biggest thing, that you complete each other. And that's what a marriage is about. Otherwise, you wouldn't be in that relationship, right?
Right.
And the biggest reality is that you need to keep working on yourself so that you are a better partner. It's not about the partner. I want to tell you all here, marriage is not about changing your partner. And that's where we get stuck. And that's where I have been in the past, where you want the person to change and you don't listen and you don't hear me and you don't change and you don't do that, you don't understand me. But it's all about changing yourself. That's the biggest reality of life, and not just about marriage. But it starts working in your favor when you start changing yourself and understand that it's not important and this is important, where I need to come in the picture. And that's where the reality is about marriage, that it's a joint effort to move forward. It won't work if there is blame game. The biggest thing is it won't work if there is blame game all the time.
Excellent. So well said. My last question. How important is respect in a marriage?
Like Navneet says, the new words that you've learned are space and boundaries these days. And everywhere, you pick up an Instagram podcast, you pick up anything, the word boundaries is like, flashing in your face. But I think it's very important, especially Indians, I feel, are not born with boundaries. We are not taught boundaries. Why? Because earlier, I remember as a child, any neighbor, auntie, anybody would just ring the bell, come in, sit with you, stay there for hours, not leave, not knowing that you might have to go somewhere, you're probably busy doing something. And we embrace them all because that's how we are brought up as. We're all very hospitable. That's okay, but I think we need to understand what boundaries are. We need to have me time. Very, very important. And that's where I feel respect comes in. When we understand maybe that your partner is not in a mental frame right now to talk. Maybe they had some issues at work, maybe you're going through some meltdowns. So it's okay to let them be. And I feel just give them time, give space to each other, where they understand what they want, and then they perform better in a marriage and in a relationship, and the next moment is better for both. So I feel respect is very, very important. For me, it's only about respect. Like I said, the definition of love changes.
Right.
It's only about how you talk to the person, how much you let them be.
How you treat the person.
How you treat the person, and you understand their needs. If they don't want to watch TV, if they want to sleep early, if they want to move and sleep in another room peacefully, whatever, so it has to be there. You need to understand, and it's not about you. I mean, it's not about the partner.
Correct.
The partner has to understand that One is not asking for a space or creating boundaries because they're angry with you or they don't want you in their life.
Correct.
It's about creating it for yourself, about the person who's asking for that boundary. Because you just learn to grow better when you have your own boundaries, because you understand yourself better.
Right.
Because you connect with yourself inside. And I think the biggest thing that everything is lost around today is because you don't connect with yourself. You want to connect with people outside, you want them to connect with you, you want them to understand you, you want them to change, but not you yourself. So if you start reflecting, if you start being with yourself and connecting with yourself, you will be a better person and you will change for a better you.
Excellent. So can we safely say that love is incomplete without respect?
Yes, totally. There is, and like I say, I put respect here and love here.
So you're saying
there is
respect,
you will be loving the people around you. I mean, we all love people who make us happy and who respect us.
Right.
So that's why love automatically comes in. You don't need to define there is love there. There is joy and happiness and love in a relationship where you are valued and respected.
Fantastic. And from what I hear you say, that first love and respect yourself, only then the world will.
Totally. I said, if you understand yourself, if you understand your boundaries, you will understand love from outside, and what you have inside is all what you can give outside. If you're unhappy inside, incomplete, insecure, then you will keep seeing that in your partners, in your relationships, in your friends, everywhere, because you'll be demanding more and actually commanding less respect.
Thank you so much, Kitty. Such a wonderful video. I wish you could go on and on.
I know. I wish I can go on and on. I love talking. I love the mic. I was born to do all this.
I know, and you're so good at it. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And
Bless
thank you
you.
again for thinking of me.
Always. This is just the beginning. We have to do many more together.
Done. I'm game.
Thank you. Love
Thank
you.
Jyotika.
Thank you.